welcome to Quays TV News. Coming up on today's show. A local artist exhibits his talent at the Future Artists exhibition in Manchester.
We get people's reactions after Orange announced they are cutting the famous Orange Wednesdays.
And with the X Factor final this weekend, we talked to ex-contestant Laura White about who she's backing to win and her life since she left the show. Hello and welcome to Quays TV News. I'm Hayley Windram.
And I'm Emily Howett. And if you're wondering why we're wearing this festive attire today, it's actually National Christmas Jumper Day. And I have to say, Hayley, I am loving your Santa outfit that you've got on there.
Thank you very much. I feel very Christmassy.
Our top headlines for today. Manchester Airport prepares to take diverted flights as London's airspace was closed briefly this afternoon.
The National Air Traffic Service says a computer failure was the reason for the closure. As a result, flights are disrupted across Europe tonight. Passengers travelling from Manchester Airport are warned there may be delays to the flights both arriving and departing.
A 57-year-old man from Lee has been jailed. He killed his wife and buried her in their garden, leaving her in a shallow grave for over a month. He's pleaded guilty for manslaughter and will serve a sentence of 11 years.
Senior police and charities have warned that Greater Manchester is now a hotspot for trafficking. Figures show the number of UK citizens brought into the region to work as modern slaves has almost doubled. Salford street artist Clayton Witter hosted an exhibition of his latest work in Manchester last night. Callum Lambert went along.
The festive period is an exciting time of year for Manchester. The Virgin Money Lounge on King Street is no different, playing host to another Future Artist exhibition. This year's artist is Clayton Witter, a local Salfordian who was aware of his talent at a very young age.
In nursery school, Salford University come in, and they do the sorts of schools, and they actually took my work off the wall to the academics could assess it, because they said what was put down was supposed to be beyond 3 years above in class, because it had perspective and things like that, and it was like a child that age shouldn't understand perspective, you know what I mean? So shouldn't even understand putting people in places, and it's one of the reasons I was screened for autism, because if I was told to draw a car, I'd start drawing a road. Because in my head, how can you have a car that's not on a road?
Clayton designs his work in the city centre as he enjoys the exposure whilst he sketches. Last night's launch event gave fans the opportunity to speak to the artist about his work. He hopes the exhibition will be successful in helping him to pursue his acting ambitions.
I'll hopefully putting on more shows. I've got a bit in the pipeline for the acting, so I will need to generate money in order for the security of doing these other things that are coming up.
The collection of shows like Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones, and bands like the Beatles and Joy Division are available for fans to purchase. The exhibition will remain open until Friday the 19th of December for those who want to browse for a new collection piece. This is being Callum Lambert for Quays TV News.
Orange Wednesdays have been offering 2-for-1 cinema tickets for over a decade now, with the network provider EE now planning to cancel the much-loved freebie on the 25th of February. Our reporter India Greenhouse goes to a local cinema to find out more.
Popcorn, Hollywood blockbusters and 2-for-1 tickets. The British public love cinema and they also love a freebie. However, EE have announced that its buy one get one free ticket promotion will cease to exist after the end of February, and it's left many of us feeling deflated. I've come to find out what the British public think about this.
I think that is absolutely outrageous. I do like 2-for-1. Me and my partner go quite a lot, but for them to cancel it, they're going to lose a lot of business with that.
I've used it for months and months and months with my friends and my family and stuff, and it's a really good touch. It encourages us to get out and go and do stuff, and they need to keep it on for as long as they can.
To be fair, it doesn't really affect me, because I used to go on Wednesdays, but I just stopped going now because it just gets too busy. You just end up packed, you end up sat next to some randomer that you just don't know.
A spokesperson from EE has said that they believe their customers' viewing habits have changed and it's time to move on. So I guess it'll just be me, myself and I at the cinema from now on. India Greenhouse reporting for Quays TV News, Salford.
December is Women's Month at the University of Salford, and it has joined forces with other universities across Manchester and the Greater Manchester Police to tackle sexual abuse on campus. The No Consent, No Sex campaign is managed by student unions to create a safer environment on campus for all. Jasmine Pakua is the sabbatical officer at the University of Salford. She spoke to RNA about her views.
I wouldn't want a man or a woman to feel like they are sort of hindered in their progress because someone has sexually assaulted them. I would like them to get support, I would like them to get help from whoever they can, and I would like them to feel like it's not their fault, because a lot of the time they feel like it is their fault. They say, if I didn't drink too much, this wouldn't have happened. If I didn't wear a short dress, it wouldn't have happened. If I wasn't wearing a low-cut dress, it wouldn't have happened. And I just don't want it to happen anymore, do you get what I mean?
A local community in Stockport is fighting to prevent a 91-year-old independent cinema from closure. The group wants to transform it into a digital film and theatre and arts hub. Armin Hackmarian has more.
It is a quiet morning here in Heaton Moor, one of the suburbs in Stockport. People passing by, street gradually filling with commuters driving to work. Life is slowly coming back to this quiet area. But for the Savoy, a local vintage cinema, it is not a quiet time. Having been closed for over 1 month, the venue fights for its survival thanks to community group, the Savoy Arts Centre. The organisation wants to transform the place into a modern, vibrant, creative space. The group has plans to create a community enterprise to buy and transform the venue that has a special place in the heart of many local residents. One of the group leaders explains in detail what they want to achieve.
Firstly is to try and reopen the cinema and keep it functioning as a cinema. The second is a broader objective, which is about transforming into an arts centre. And thirdly, we want to try and turn it into a community-owned and operated arts centre. This cinema's been here since 1923, and it's proved to be a very popular cinema over the years. It's one of only 2 single-screen local cinemas left in this area. Also, the importance of the building, which has historic value. It's very important to the community to try and save the Savoy.
The most important investments are buying digital equipment and modernizing seats to keep up with demand of film distribution and customers. The funding for the initiative will be obtained thanks to the community share offer. This will be achieved by selling shares to the community members. But this is not the only way the Savoy Arts Centre wants to raise funds to keep the venue alive.
We would look to the lottery. A new fund called Power to Change comes on stream next year, so we'll be looking at that. And then thirdly, we'll be looking at potential borrowings from funds that lend to social enterprises.
The Savoy Arts Centre are also campaigning on social media, with Twitter and Facebook profiles helping to spread the word. The group want to celebrate the centenary of the cinema in 2023, and they will go to different paths to find funding to transform it into a modern local place for the benefit of Heaton Moor community. For Quays News, Armin Hackmarian.
Trafford Council have recently announced a grand total of £24 million worth of cuts. The residents gathered yesterday for a public meeting with the leader of Trafford Council, Sean Anstey, to discuss these cuts.
We are here with our political correspondent, Jamie Mackrell, who went to the meeting and spoke to both residents and the councillor. So, Jamie, what do these cuts mean?
Well, what these cuts mean, the £24 million worth of cuts mean that now this is consultation at the moment here, so this mightn't actually happen. There will be £24 million of cuts. They're just deciding where the axe falls. Under these proposals, it'll mean that 8 youth centres will close and 4 children's centres will close. The biggest budget is child and youth services, so that's what's getting hit the worst. Now, what they're talking about as part of this package, they're calling it a restructuring package. Now, restructuring, whenever you hear restructuring, think privatisation. That's code word for privatisation now. Without privatisation of services, I was talking to Councillor Sean Anstey, who is the leader of the council, and he told me some more about which services might be privatised then.
So what services?
Services that are delivered by the private sector, then the key ones that we're looking at the moment are environment, infrastructure and highways, so waste collection, bin collections, parks maintenance, street cleaning, highways capital expenditure, street lighting and properties management. There are a lot of private sector companies out there that already provide these services for many other councils, and it means that we can help to save money on our revenue budget, protect jobs and try and improve the service at the same time.
So Jamie, can you tell us a bit more about what kind of services are going to be affected? I mean, you did mention the children's services, but obviously there will be other kind of cuts. What will these involve?
Well, we heard some of what Councillor Anstey was saying yesterday about the different services that could, in that piece there, that could be privatised. Broadly speaking, those services won't be affected for the users. Now, as for the employees, public sector staff are worried that moving from public sector to private sector might actually change their terms and conditions. Now, the leader of the council, Councillor Anstey, told me yesterday that this will, whenever it goes across, they are a living wage council, so any contracts that are moved over will be under the living wage. I have heard today, though, from some employees in the private sector, or in the public sector, that these.
So can we just ask you, what are the residents saying about this as well?
Well, the residents are outraged about the whole thing. They think that if you can, it's a very wealthy area in Trafford. So what they say is, if you raise the council tax by 10%, that can generate £7 million worth of revenue, and that there would cover the shortfall of the youth services and the child services, which amounts to £4.7 million. Now, they had a lot of other things to say about it.
Sorry, Jamie, we're going to have to leave it there for you. Well, thank you very much to Jamie. We'll keep you updated on this story as it does develop. So, as we've mentioned, we've all got our Christmas jumpers on today, minus Jamie. And our reporter, Alicia Ali, has got all of the latest gossip for us. And I have to say, she is looking fabulous in her jumper. What exactly is it you're wearing, Alicia?
Well, thanks, guys, but can you not tell it's a lovely Christmas squirrel? Well, yes, all of us here are most definitely getting into the festive spirit, and it's all for the Save the Children campaign, which helps raise money and awareness for the work they do here and across the world. Social media has been going absolutely wild, with users posting their selfies to the hashtag Christmas Jumper Day. Now, we are hoping to show you a few of these pictures today, and a few of them are from our very own reporters in the office. Now, do we have Armin? Right, it seems that maybe there's some technical difficulties showing you these photos, but they will all be on our Twitter and on our website if you want to find them there. What else have we been doing today? We have sent down our reporter, Chloe Nebard, who has been finding out how to dress our Christmas jumpers festively and finding out what else has been going on in the area.
Save the Children launched their annual Christmas Jumper Day today, raising money for all the incredible work they do here and around the world. Just like these children whose homes have been destroyed by the ongoing conflict in Gaza. We have been looking at what people around Manchester have been doing to support the cause.
Yeah, we're just trying to raise some more money by doing a bake sale.
Also in Manchester, Holiday Inn staff are fully embracing this campaign and are wearing their festive jumpers throughout the day.
We've put Christmas jumpers on today, obviously, for charity. It's quite embarrassing behind the desk. However, we've had quite a lot of comments, and obviously we've had quite a lot of donations so far as well.
I just chose the most horrible Christmas jumper you could find, just because it's fun.
I'm here with fashion and beauty blogger Kim Stewart to talk about how to wear your festive jumper.
Well, I picked up these Claire's Spuds earrings.
Brussels sprout.
Brussels sprout earrings, Spuds. Yeah, I think they're really cute, but I don't know, would you wear them?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd match it with this outfit.
I'm a bit of a joker though, so I probably would wear them on Christmas Day. And then I've got a little headband.
That is something I would definitely wear.
Yeah, quite cute, why not?
Have you got any tips for people so they don't look stupid on National Christmas Jumper Day?
Have you seen the jumpers that are too much, too blingy, too bright?
There's ones with lights in this year.
Yeah, they sell them at Primark if you're interested. So, no, they are a bit too blingy, I think. I saw one in Primark that had an actual fire on the front.
They were our tips for how to style your Christmas jumpers for this year's Save the Children campaign. Chloe Nebard, Quays News.
Start getting lights. Pop band Juice recently visited Manchester whilst they're supporting Basement Jaxx on tour. Our music reporter Amelia Ellis caught up with them to find out how it was all going.
I'm at the O2 Apollo today with Juice, and just to get started, would you girls mind introducing yourselves?
Hello, we're Juice. I'm Cherish, I play bass.
I'm Shallon, I sing. I'm Georgia, I play keys.
Okay. What is Juice all about?
What is that all about? I don't know. I think we aren't like your conventional girl band. Like I think that's something that people will discover as we get our music out there more. Because obviously us two play instruments. Shannon's like the lead vocalist, but you know, I don't know. I think that it's just all about like having a really fun time, making some funk and soul.
I was in a band in Manchester when I was here for uni called Mr. Nasty and the Nasty Nasties. It was a funk and soul band. Did the circuit. Had a big show at the Attic. Wee. But yeah, that was really fun. That was years ago though.
What sort of music was that?
It was like funk. It was like proper funk and soul.
Yeah. And when did you go to uni in Manchester?
I left in 2008, and this is my first time back actually.
Oh,
I know, so I'm just like, memories.
Nostalgia, yeah. Has it changed much?
Well, we've only seen the Apollo. Like, we've literally just got in, but I really want to go and just check out the Northern Quarter and see how that's evolved. But I used to live up in Fallowfield.
Yeah, that's where I live now.
Big spot.
So you're supporting Basement Jaxx tonight. What's your favourite Basement Jaxx song?
Jump and Shout. Romeo.
Mine's Good Luck.
Not Red Alert?
No,
Jump and Shout. We've got to meet Slaughter John as well. He's coming tonight.
Can you sing Red Alert?
Yeah.
No, that's...
Hey, no.
Is that Red Alert?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that one was called...
Yeah, it's a big one. They've got a lot of hits. The show is really fun. Really good.
Yeah, what's the second song that they play?
I don't know, but it's
the one
really
that's
good.
like...
It's off the new album.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's a
It's really good.
Finally, what's your plans for 2015?
Make an album.
Just make
a really great album.
Really juicy album.
Plays a really great shows. I don't know, just like carrying what we're doing, but just hopefully make it a bit bigger.
Okay.
We just want everyone to hear juice. Everyone's got to get juiced. You're going to get juiced. You've got 3 hours, babe. You're going to be juiced.
Thanks very much, guys. It's really nice to speak to you.
The X Factor final is coming up this weekend, and I spoke to ex-contestant Laura White earlier on about her time on the X Factor and what she's been doing in the music industry since she appeared in the show back in 2008. So I'm here with ex-X Factor contestant Laura White ahead of this year's X Factor final. So Laura, obviously we all know you from the X Factor, but can you believe it's been 6 years since you were on the show?
It's so crazy. It's gone so fast. But it's been an amazing 6 years since the show, and I'm so grateful for it. Yeah, it was amazing.
And obviously when you were on the show, it was Cheryl that was your mentor, and she's come back this year. What do you think about her being back on the show?
Do you know what? I actually didn't think that Cheryl would ever go back again. I don't know why. I just had a feeling that she wasn't gonna sort of revisit that time. But I think she's so great for the show. And I mean, you know, I always say to everyone, I'm so grateful for the time that I was on it and the support that she gave me. So she's a great mentor, she really is.
Everyone always says that she's a really good mentor to her acts, but there is rumours that she might not actually return after this season. Do you think it'd be a shame to see her go? She seems to mellow Simon.
Yeah, I think it's funny, you know, Simon and Cheryl have a really like good a good friendship and a really good relationship on camera and off camera. And I think she's just, I think it'd be sad. I think that sometimes the programme I think she gives a warmness to the show. So I think she'd definitely be missed.
And obviously the finals this weekend, we're down to the final 3. Who are you backing to win this year?
Yeah. Do you know what? The person I love is Andrea. I loved Andrea's voice. I think Fleur will win. But I think
she seems to be the all-rounder.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, I'm one of these, like, I love finding like new artists and really good voices, really good talent. And for me, I think Andrea is an amazing vocalist.
He seems to blow everyone away with his voice, doesn't he?
So much, yeah.
There has been one contestant that everyone's been talking about this year, Stevie Ritchie. What do you think?
Yeah, Stevie Ritchie was again, like, not really my sort of thing. I mean, it's not really my sort of thing, I'll be honest. I mean, I think for anybody though to go on the show, it's like it's a really you've got to really get over your nerves to get on the show, and it takes guts for everyone to go on it. So
yeah, and as we mentioned, obviously it's been 6 years since you've been on the show. What have you been up to? I've been seeing on Twitter you've been in the studio more, you're teasing your fans. What's going on?
Yeah, so I released my EP, my debut EP in November. I write all my own material as well, and I released my EP in November, and it was #1 on iTunes, singer-songwriter, which is incredible. I was doing everything independent for a long time, like writing it all and taking my music everywhere. I played the Lowry at Manchester, and I just kept doing tours and gigs, and thankfully now like all my tours have been sold out and my shows are sold out, so the response has been just amazing. And also I write for a lot of other artists. My next EP is going to be run through my management and has a really big following behind it, so it's just been an amazing time. But I've been an artist that's really worked at what I've done and just worked with my fans, and they've been incredible.
And we've seen on your social media that you also post things on Wednesdays, Laura White Wednesdays. They seem to be really popular with your fans. So what can your fans expect in the next few weeks?
My gosh, so, well, we're doing, I've got quite a bit of TV work coming up as well. It's all music related. I'm going to be doing some TV performances and some TV interviews over Christmas. Early next year I'm going to be releasing the EP, which is my second EP. And just pretty much like getting my music out to the world and just taking my music out to the masses. That's my main thing, and writing for a lot of other artists still as well. But with me it's always music based, and some more Laura White Wednesdays. We love them.
So your fans have got a lot to look forward to in the future.
So much.
That's great. And so thank you for coming in, and
thank you.
Your fans can find you on all your social media, and they can look forward to more Laura White Wednesdays.
Yeah, thank you everyone. You can get me on Facebook, facebook.com/Laura White Official.
Yeah, and get on that Twitter as well.
Yeah,
thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right.
That was the entertainment news with Alicia Ali. Now onto the sport. Bolton-born Amir Khan will be wearing what could be the most expensive pair of boxer shorts ever in his Las Vegas fight tomorrow. They're made of leather, silk and 24-karat gold and are worth a whopping £20,000. We found out what people of Salford thought about his fancy pants.
I think it's ridiculously extravagant and quite absurd. And they're going to get covered in blood and snot and sweat and thrown away afterwards.
And I think there's a much better use for £20,000.
You know, he's got nothing else to spend his money on. Why not spend it on a pair of shorts? I mean, if that's what he does, he boxes, so why not?
It's not going to open up more gyms, is it? Open a gym, help out some kids, buy some boxers. What are you doing?
I think if he's earning the money, he's allowed to spend it on whatever he wants to spend it on. It's a lot of money, but
there's got to be a boundary though. I don't see the point of having gold in them.
From a mouth-watering price tag to a mouth-watering tie, tensions are beginning to rise ahead of this week's clash between Manchester United and Liverpool. The old enemies meet at Old Trafford on Sunday, and we spoke to two fans about their thoughts on the match.
I've got to say Man United, because they've got more strength in depth, and when all our good players come back from injury, obviously Louis van Gaal will have some massive decisions to make.
As much as it pains me to say it, I think it will be United. Their defence is pretty much as bad as ours, but they've got goal scorers. We've got Sturridge, and that's about it.
Obviously not played, both of them haven't played a lot of games through injury, but I've got teams of them the Red Devil. I've got a goal with Falcao.
Sturridge being younger, even though he has his injury problems himself, he creates and scores goals, so I'd probably go with Sturridge.
Great, it always feels for a win, it always feels good for a win, and against one of your biggest rivals, it will always feel great.
I'd love it, of course I would. It's winning at Man United away, that 4-1, last year 3-0. There's not much better feelings than that.
Before that though, there are still a host of fixtures on Saturday. City are away at Leicester after their midweek triumphs in Rome, but they are still without top scorer Sergio Aguero, who played earlier and won Player of the Month for November.
Also in action this weekend are Salford City, who host Paddy Ham at Moor Lane in the Evo Stick First Division North. New signing John Bull Osumway is available for selection from Paul Linwood, could return after injury, but Danny Webber is suspended. A win could take the Ammies top depending on results from Darlington, Northwich and Droylsden, despite last week's game at Ossett Town being postponed due to an unplayable pitch.
The Bloods will be hoping to keep the pressure on with a victory over Ossett Albion, while Mossley welcome Warrington Town in action for the first time since their historic FA Cup run came to an end in Gateshead. The first round of the FA Trophy also takes place this weekend, with FC United of Manchester playing Harrogate Town and Stockport Country travelling Ramsbottom United. Thank you very much for joining us today. Goodbye.